What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself in today's return of Final Fantasy X, a game I'm going to be playing very, very soon. If you're watching this in November of 2025, I'm going to be playing it in November 2025, most likely. So I'm clearing out all the remaining requests I have for it, which is just a little handful. That being said, it'll be live here, twitch.tv, Jesse, and if you are not able to see live, you can watch it at Jesse's VODs. Okay, I know nothing of this game, really, except for the main character's name, which I don't know how to pronounce. We are listening to the battle theme from the channel Nobuo Uematsu. And then after that, we're listening to Hymn of the Fayth, all versions, whatever that means, and that's from the channel Onizuka. I am going to not watch anything on this because, yeah, so... these are requested by Gnarls and Shinra Sensei. So, all right, the battle theme. This is exciting. It's nice that Nobuo did it, but I feel like I'm going to hear this a lot during this game. So let's get comfy. This is the battle theme from Final Fantasy X. I can't believe I'm just finally hearing it. Let's go. Gotta get used to this sound. You know, I know it's early, but it sounds... Ooh. Nice chord change there. Again. Dun, dun, dun. Dun. Is it gonna go back up? Nope. Down. Oh, that's good. Ooh, okay. You know what this sounds like? It sounds like a Spanish love song, but obviously with like a electronic beat behind it. Like the chord structure is very like Juan Gabriel, right? If you know, you know. But no, in the first like 10 seconds, it really sounded like Nobuo Uematsu. I know it sounds kind of... But it really did sound like him. I'm loving the different energies he's providing. It's moving a lot. And there's a lot of bass too. Bum, 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 bum. That's a good ending. That's a good tail end to that. There's a lot of hi-hat. Is this one of those games where I'm gonna like enjoy getting into random battles? Oh, we don't even know if it's random battles or not. Maybe you walk into the enemies. I'm kind of over random battles if I'm being honest. It's been 3 years of random battles. I'm over it. Dude, the bass and the organ, but the bass. There's a lot of syncopation in this. A lot of stabs, a lot of rhythmic like banging. Even the main melody is just horns. Dun, dun, dun. Very staccato. That was cool. I had a lot of nerves going into this one because it's the battle theme. You know, this is gonna be a video where people are gonna see the title and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, you're just hearing this now?" Yes. So in my case, just TLDR, you don't have to know the whole history, but obviously I've discovered Final Fantasy on this channel and I played some of the games 7, 8, and 9 and Remake and Rebirth. So I have an idea of like what the battle themes can be. and all of them are Nobuo Uematsu. So starting with like 7, which I think is like what, let the battles begin. I think there's mistranslations too, so I always forget. But I think it's let the battles begin. The little da 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 da. To me, that's one of the best battle themes ever. It's just so good, and it's not even like doing a whole bunch. It's like this big crescendo feel, you know, and it pops off at the end, and it gets like all triumphant, and then it just loops all over again. At this exact moment, I can't remember 8's battle theme at the top of my head. I know if I heard it, like the first 2 notes, I'll just do that now, actually. I know if I heard it, like in the first second, I'd be like, oh, it's that song. Same with 9. But I do remember, like, the boss themes in 8. Okay, let me just play this for like 2 seconds. This is 9, though. Okay, yeah. Dun 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 dun. That's 9. That one was a really good one too. But it also painted the picture of like this whole fantasy. Like 9 is like super high fantasy, right? Floating castles and stuff. Damn, what the hell was 8's? Damn, what was 8's? I'm trying to remember. Like I said, as soon as I hear the first 2 notes, I'm just gonna YouTube it. It's not Man with the Machine Gun. What the hell would it sound like? It's not Force Your Way. Is it Force Your Way? No, that's a boss theme. It's Don't Be Afraid. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Damn, actually, they have a very distinct sound to their game, don't they? Obviously, but now that I think about it. Okay, so this one. This is a big deal, right? This is, in case you've never played Final Fantasy or you don't know what Final Fantasy is, it's weird that I'm explaining it because I'm usually the one on the other end of it. But, you know, some people just watch my videos and they don't play the games. By the way, Final Fantasy is a good series, so you should play it. It's fun, if you like turn-based. Where was I going with that? I totally sidetracked myself. Oh, the battle theme is something you're going to hear all the time. Every time you boot up the game, let's say you play for 2 hours, you're going to hear it maybe 10 times. You know, it's just going to be a thing. Unless you're doing nothing besides like item management or I don't know. You're going to hear this. I'm going to hear this all the time, probably like over 100 times. And luckily, it's good. You know, it's a little nerve-wracking because this is one, like a battle theme is so iconic to the game, especially like a turn-based game, is considering I'm playing like one of the best soundtracks ever in a JRPG. It's really important to have like a strong battle theme because it's going to stick with you and you're forced to hear it all the time unless you turn off the OST, which is, you're probably not that kind of person if you're watching this channel, but you know what I mean? But I'm happy to report that it sounds very Nobuo Uematsu, which is great because it's got like the like earworm stuff that he has, the prog stuff that he does, the organ stuff that he does, the bass. But one thing I'm finding very interesting, I don't know if it's just him because there's 2 others, or if it's FF10 as a whole, but, and I mean this with like respect, it doesn't sound very PS2, which is fine and understandable considering I believe this was probably being developed before the PS2 was probably even out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, think about it. Think of like the technology you know already, and instead of starting from scratch, like why not just at least one more time, you know, use the same kind of synthesizers and whatever from the previous era. That's my guess because it sounds very PS1 to me, which is great. I don't mind that at all. But I wonder if that was like a thing too. You know, maybe there was like a crossover of some songs sound like that, some don't. Maybe some composers don't sound like that. I know there's other songs that don't sound very MIDI. So I have a feeling that 10 is going to be like a super varied, I can't talk, a varied mix bag. So yeah, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. That's actually very, very catchy. This, I have no idea, but we're going to listen to 9 minutes of it, which, I don't know how I feel about that. It's, well, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm not going to watch this video. I'm just going to hear it. This is Hymn of the Fayth. Fayth spelled F-A-Y-T-H. I don't know if that's a typo. Let's go, and then I'm not going to watch this. I'm just going to have this screen up. The requester left a note of what this is, but I didn't read it. Hopefully you understand why I didn't read it. I'll read it later. But I don't know what this plays. I could be wrong, but isn't a hymn like a church thing? I can't watch the video, so I don't know what's going on right now. I'm not going to risk it. Okay. It still sounds really good, by the way. I'm not saying that the whole PS1 thing was a bad thing. This already sounds way big jump, you know? This sounds like a recording of people. Wow. It's catchy. So there must be a lot of versions of this to be 9 minutes. Wow. You know what this reminded me of? This reminded me of Answers from 14. The vocal demonstration is amazing. I don't know what constitutes opera, if this is opera or not. Or if it's just some another form of singing, but damn. It was a powerful voice. I can't even imagine what's happening here. But it's unlike anything I've heard in a Final Fantasy that I've played. That is exciting. I can't see the video, but you can tell it's like segmented. I'm pretty sure that's a child. I'm a huge fan of like children choir sounds. Nier does it a lot. It's hauntingly beautiful. I would never guess this is Final Fantasy. Never. I feel like I've heard this melody before. The intervals sound familiar. What I want to hear is all of them together, you know? Oh, we're getting a taste of it. I've heard like, I think we've heard like 4 different people, I think. Damn, okay, Final Fantasy X. Where have I heard that? Have I heard that before? That is really good and memorable. Why am I whispering? I also have no idea when the song's gonna end. Ooh, there's the harmonies. Oh god, we have tenors, sopranos, baritones. Whoa. They went low for that. Has it been 9 minutes? I'm scared to click the other video. Okay. This is like spine shivering type of music. If you were to feel this, if you were to hear this in person, it would vibrate your whole body. It's like so beautiful, it's scary. It's also reminding me of a very specific section in Xenoblade 2. Can't say what though. I think it's done. Let me just... No, still a minute left. Ooh, this is my favorite one so far. I love this style of vocal. I really hope in the game we get to hear it with like some music. It's not just always a cappella. This would be so epic. It's great, dude. I don't even know how to... I've never had a song like this on the channel. It's good ear training. It's complete. I have all my thoughts, but I have to be right back because I just got a delivery that I just heard. So hold that thought. All right, so 10 seconds later. I like rush back to my chair just to retain all that. Wow. Okay, so it's not every day on this channel, pretty much never, where I get something that unique. I mean, I've had... Well, I don't even know if I've had acapella stuff. I'm sure I have. It feels like I have. I can't think of it at the moment. But nothing like that, you know? Nothing of just pure, like, talent and showmanship of... I don't want to say the wrong term here. I think it's opera, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what classifies opera, you know? When I think opera, I think, like... I don't know. I don't even want to say that either, but, like, my brain goes to, like, Italian singers and like a very specific type of like vibrato being used. But I don't know. I don't know. I think of this and I just think of like a choir. A hymn, to my knowledge, is also something I don't know. Like, I'm actually learning music theory right now. A hymn is kind of like something that I wouldn't even really deal with, so it's not like really in my wheelhouse. It's just a word that I've heard a lot throughout my life, kind of like a dirge. I think it's like the opposite of a dirge, where a dirge is like a song for like the dead. I think a hymn is just kind of like a religious, like, I just think it's like a song that you would hear like at church or something. Pretty sure. Anyways, but it was interesting though, because to me, this sounded, I mean, okay, I'm going to 90% assume that this does not play like this in game. The video is called all versions of it, so it's like all instances that it shows in the game. But to me, that video sounded like I am the, not the conductor, but the whoever's in charge of the choir, and I'm hearing, and I'm like pointing to someone, and like, I want to hear you, and then I want to hear you, and then you know, like it sounded like a tryout kind of, or like a solo of each one, which is so strange. And then eventually, you know, like he picks a couple and then harmonize. It was so bizarre. And then all that is connected to Final Fantasy somehow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what? This is so crazy, especially considering the last song we heard, which is a battle theme. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like said it without saying it, but I wanted to kind of hint at something that follows a battle theme is kind of, you know, it's got to work, its work cut out for it, so to say. That was great though, because it was completely unexpected, and I know it's not like that. You know, it's like pieced together, it's kind of glued together. I'm very curious. Please don't tell me, but I'm very curious what that entails in the game. Like, I can't even think of anything at all. I don't know the setting of 10. I don't know the time period. I don't know anything. I just know it's the 10th Final Fantasy, and it's the first one on the PS2 with multiple composers. I also don't even know who composed that. But if I had to guess, it's probably Nobuo Uematsu. And the only reason I'm guessing that is because the only thing that it reminded me of was one of my favorite songs that I heard early in the channel, which is Answers from Final Fantasy XIV. With, I think it was like Susan Calloway. But the beginning of that song, it's like very reminiscent of this. Very reminiscent of this. If you like this song and you've never heard a 14 song, listen to Answers. It's amazing. And it's also Nobuo Uematsu. So one of the few songs he did for that game. I'm pretty sure that song, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that song was like a signifier that the game was like revamping, because it launched like horribly and then they like, you know, rose it from the ashes. Anyways, I really want to hear all of them together. I don't know if I did hear that. I feel like I heard some together, but I want to hear like how powerful that can get and why that's happening. Are we in a church? Are we in a cathedral? Is there some sad thing going on here? There's nothing happy happening. No happy stuff happens with music like that. You know what I mean? So that is so unheard of and unexpected for me on Final Fantasy. You know, like I said, I played 6 games. Crisis Core. Wait, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. Remake, Rebirth, Crisis Core. Is there another one? No. That's 6 games. That's... Yeah, I just don't hear that anywhere. So that's really exciting. One last thing before I get out of here. This game has a lot of pressure for me. It's giving me that same pressure that I got for Final Fantasy VII. When I played Final Fantasy VII, like my viewership was at the most. I had like 200 viewers on Twitch. Just a hell of people. I feel like 10 is going to be like one of those games that's like, oh my god, Jesse's playing 10, you know, and it's like a once in a lifetime thing. So I'm like, again, I'm avoiding everything. I'm not looking at comments. I just want to experience this thing. But it's also nerve-wracking because I've dropped the game before, and that was 8. I beat it, but I still dropped it. And anyways, that's my sign to leave. Really, really intrigued on that Hymn of the Fayth. But I also really love the battle theme, so damn. There's still a few videos to go, so we'll get to them. Thanks to the requesters. I will see you on these 2 places. My hand is... There you go. live streams. By the way, on the Jesse's VODs page, I post the schedules for those. It's not happening right away. It's like just keep an eye out, I guess, or the Discord. Soon enough, there'll be like a Discord role for 10, so people will be pinged when I'm live. It's all that good stuff. So whatever, just keep an eye out on the VODs page on the community tab, or join the Discord. Okay, so I'll see you in Final Fantasy X. I still have a couple songs to go. I'm really curious about that second one a lot, and I can't wait to hear the other one hundreds of times. Thanks to the requesters. Thanks to everyone you see here. I'll see you in Final Fantasy X. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Take care of yourself.